Hello and welcome to Under the Moons. We're back. We're here at Little Big Planet Karting, and Sackboy's here with us. Give us beautiful. Thank you very much. You're probably wondering what's happened to Sackboy. Well, he's lost one of his eyes. He's not doing too well about it. He was actually trying out some of the levels for this week's episode, and they're quite dangerous. Oh, it's okay, buddy. Don't worry about it. It'll grow back. Oh my goodness. Okay, look. I'll tell you what. I'll fix you a new one. Yeah. Okay, let's quickly give Sackboy a new eye. So, okay, how do you feel? This one looks nice. How about? Oh no, that looks awful. Let's go for tired. No, not totally tired. Oh, these ones look nice. There we go. How do they feel? Are they good? Oh, he likes them. Oh, you're very proud with those. Okay. Anyway, so further ado, would you get your hand to get? Come on. There we go. So without further ado, let's continue. So this week's episode, we're not necessarily doing tracks. We're not doing tracks. We're doing community levels that have been created using the full potential of the Little Big Planet Karting track editor. And this includes, the bizarrest things. So we're going to do a top 10. So this won't be a necessarily rated episode. This will go through, and I'll talk about why I like the level and why it's that one. So without further ado, Sackboy, excuse me, would you wake up? Thank you. Well, you can sleep in a bit. Okay, so without further ado, let's go and take a look at our top 10 levels. To start off our countdown, we're going with a classic game of Marble Drop, created by the Little Big Planet Karting community. It makes our list for the design based around Victoria's kitchen. Yes, gravity does the majority of the work here, but you still have control over where to drop the marble, and in later stages we have access to pinball-style flippers to increase our odds at a greater score. Be sure to aim carefully, as you can only drop into a scoring zone once. Can you light up all the zones? Well, give it a try and see if you can beat my score. At number 9, we're going for another classic game recreated perfectly. Super Memory Challenge is sure to make you super at challenges using your memory. Again, created by the Little Big Planet Karting community, we now have control over the whole screen, being able to flip cards over in hopes of finding the matching card. Again, the design of this level reflects Eve's Asylum from Little Big Planet 2, even down to the design of the cards. Think you may be able to memorize the positions of all the cards so next time you play you can top the scoreboard? Well, forget it, as the layout of the cards are dealt randomly so each playthrough is different. The logic of this level on its own is amazing to see in a game which constantly keeps your character stuck to a cart. So be sure to stop by this level on your next visit to Little Big Planet Karting. And coming in at number 8, it's the sequel to the well-known karting level, Love Panda. That's right, it's Love Panda Kia. Although in the game it's referenced as an island, not a Kia, but we won't go into that. Taking you out of the cart and into the Panda, you're tasked to jazz up the island in time for the party. This level includes activities, collectibles, characters who talk, and quests. One activity I personally found impressive was the ability to swim just by walking into a life reservoir. The level would be higher, but with complex setups comes problems, as many times you can find yourself at a loss with the camera options. But don't let that put you off. The Love Panda levels in general are fun to play, as it gives us an insight into the life of a panda, and their inability to set off fireworks correctly. As we hit number 7, we have another recreation of a well-known, not so fun game from the world we know as reality. Claw Vending Machine by Pee-wee 13 doesn't limit us to single movements of the commonly known claw. In this version, we can go up and down as much as we like. Heck, we can even push the ball into a corner and use that to our clawable advantage. Everything that's supposed to work, works. Even the joysticks move correctly. However, again with complexity comes oddities. The control layout is a bit everywhere. To lower and raise the claw, you have to tilt your DualShock 3 up and down. This can get confusing at times, but adds to the fun of the game as you panic to try and get those last sweet, sweet points. What happened on Mars? That's the question and the title of number 6, created by Martok's Core. In this free roam level, we play as a Mars rover who circumnavigates the terrain, following signals which may just answer the question, what did happen on Mars? A warning in the description of the level tells us this may not be suitable for young children, as we're met with creepy scenes and strange atmospheres. Ooh. Be sure to cue the level, turn off the lights, and discover for yourself what did happen on Mars. Didn't think a karting level could be scary? Not really, but it sure is creepy. Well, we've seen half the list so far, so why don't you take a break while I cheekily show off some test levels I created which come under the same category. Enjoyed that first level in Medal of Honor Rising Sun? Well, guess what? That can sort of be recreated. Using movement clips, I was able to create a fully active turret. Up, down, left and right are controlled with the right stick, R1 to fire, and R3 to zoom in for more accuracy as you take down the attacking plane, balloon ship and submarine. We hop straight back onto that shuttle to Mars and walk around the living quarters. What, too cramped for you? Well, why not take a spacesuit and take a walk outside? Visit the Curiosity rover and say hi to that astronaut who walks by. Don't get lost in the sandstorm though. Once you go in, you might not come out. Like to swing a club at the putting green? Well, this may not be for you. Attempting to create the golfing experience, I was able to turn one man's idea into a player's nightmare. With controls to shake a 9-iron at and the world's most sensitive ball, this track is far from working properly. But you can still get a hole in 12. Now back to what really matters. As we make our way to the end of the list, here comes our number 5, and with their third entry on this list, it's the Little Big Planet Karting community with Sack Wars Flight. Taking on a Star Fox style shooter, you control a spaceship rigged to take down the waves of enemies, cubes and 200-point markers. The level has a great colour scheme and takes good use of hit counters to indicate the enemy's health. You best keep your eyes open as oncoming missiles seem to come out of nowhere. What's that? Don't like the Star Fox style? Well, don't worry, as the level takes it up a notch and salutes the retro gaming era as we go 3D to 2D. Expect more swarms and a challenging end boss you'll be happy is over. And sometimes he doesn't actually die and just sits there, so yeah, you guys should probably look into that. They're back again with their fourth entry in at number 4. It's Sack Defense by those creative kids, the Little Big Planet Karting community. Robots are coming to destroy your system or something, I didn't read the description, but you're armed with a whole floor of panels, where one of 3 defenses can spawn from. Choose from the basic cannon, an EMP style emitter, and one which causes any nearby robots to slow down. Everything about this level looks fantastic. The room design, the animations of the spawning devices, even the robots have their own charm.
So if you're looking for a fast-paced challenge, check out Sack Defense. See if you can maintain that 100%.
This game, at number 3, you've lost it.
I hear you say. Well, go make your own list. But yes, our number 3 spot has gone to Weapon Ball and Bricks by Sir Giolacino. The level is a perfect replica of the game it inspires to be, with bricks that take more than one hit to break, power-ups, and score multipliers. The logic under this level trumps that of all past levels. As we saw in some of the earlier entries, sometimes the logic sways off, but this level, everything works. The sheer fact that there's multipliers and multi-ball power-ups really shows off how powerful and vast the creator is. You can even start mini challenges like hit the target or hit the robbers. So this may not be the most amazing to look at, but it's one of the best examples of how powerful the game's creation element is. Again, cue it up and see if you can beat my score. And hitting our number 2 spot is the mouthful of a title, Cyclone City Zone 1N, created by Panda Bear Party. Set in the far future, or another planet, we play as the city's zone analysis. Zone 1N has just finished construction, and we're here to make sure everything is working and ready for residents to move in. The level design really uses the game's lighting perfectly. From neon blues to pinks, the zone feels alive. With numerous buildings and robots to visit, you won't find it easy to get bored in Zone 1N. While the level doesn't have an achievable goal, there is much to interact with, which demonstrates the creator's ability to create first-person levels with interactive elements. The level really simulates a living city with busy traffic and distant buildings. However, the controls of your character can become rather disorientating from time to time, so make sure you know how to control yourself when you visit Zone 1N. We're off to another planet? Again? That's right, our number 1 spot has gone to the level with a title that sounds straight out of a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, Solar Cube Space Base, created by the talented Scorpio1357. In this first-person puzzler, we find ourselves with no clues as to what we're to do, as this level doesn't hold your hand. And truth be told, my first playthrough took me over an hour. From color mixing puzzles to simple fetch quests, the level really makes you think. The level design is superb down to the smallest details and control panels and work surfaces. The science fiction element isn't the only thing our 2 top entries share. Again, with Space Base, our controls are slightly strange. The walking speed is set to grandma, and the grab function isn't as clear as it could be. But with fully active buttons which unlock other areas and progress you through the level, Solar Cube Space Base earns the top spot as it goes far and beyond the other levels to distance itself from the stuck-in-a-cart mentality Little Big Planet Karting has. And there we go, that concludes our top 10 Little Big Planet Karting tracks, which aren't karting tracks. Well, what do you know? So tell me what you thought. Have you played any of those levels? Did you like them? Have you got any suggestions for other ones I may have missed out? There's quite a lot on there, but you never see them all. So let me know. So like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. So until next time, I will see you next time under the moons. See you later.